One of the best things about being a youngin', especially being a young man, is the ability to build muscle. Discovering the gym for the first time is like discovering your dad's secret stash of porn for the first time, but without the post-nut clarity. I mean, I could accidentally bump into a dumbbell, and the next thing you know, my biceps are screwed by half an inch. But as you become a wrinkled, dry raisin, your ability to bob the build and muscle gain starts to decline due to age, hormonal levels, and diet. Here are the ages that you should avoid for muscle performance. Alright, so from around the time you were conceived to around 8 to 9 years old, men and women are pretty equal. But once you hit those middle school years, you tend to notice that girls from your school decide that you pop by spinach or something because they're taller and stronger than you. And this is because women go through puberty around the ages of 8 to 13, while men is 9 to 14. Between those time periods, for a millisecond, women have the upper hand. But then we start surpassing them faster than Gohan surpassing Goku during the Cell-Off. Once those high school years hit, we're the top dogs. Ages 13 to 17 is when you start to see muscle development. Maybe you get the veiny arms that would be a nurse's wet dream, or maybe puberty decided to give you the ability to look smacks faster than Henry the King. You go from being that fat, chubby middle schooler to that skinny or mildly muscular high schooler that everybody thought was a new kid at school. Well, girls' muscle performance will increase from ages 11 to 15 at a less drastic rate. From the ages of 18 to 21, boys will be at their peak years of physical development, while girls will have already been fully developed. This is due to hormonal factors. The estrogen in girls increases the closing and growth plates between the ages of 16 to 18 years old, and because girls go through puberty before us boys, they end earlier. Men have more testosterone, which is a factor of muscle growth. Women develop a lot more estrogen than men. On average, men have between 3 to 500 nanograms per deciliter, while women have between 35 to 55 nanograms per deciliter. And this is just the average man or woman. Some have a lot more, some have a lot less. Now, can girls still build muscle without a whole lot of testosterone? Of course. There are a whole lot of other factors that go into building muscle besides testosterone. But can women build muscle as easily as men? Nope. When a girl tells me she's been going to the gym for years, the first thing that usually comes to mind, unless they're built like a Korean bodybuilder, is that it doesn't look like it. You can't compare the muscular physique of a natural man and the muscular physique of a natural woman. I could not go to the gym at all and still have a better physique than the average woman because our bodies are just made different. Men were built for force, while women were built for being a boss bitch and focusing on their careers. Yes, slay. You won't kill me, will you? There are also other factors that lead to muscle growth besides testosterone, such as growth hormone, insulin growth hormone, and others, which these hormones aid in muscle maintenance, growth, utilization of other resources besides breaking down muscle tissue through gluconeogenesis, and storage of amino acids, which are building blocks for protein, thus muscle development. So testosterone isn't the major factor in muscle growth, but it does help. There's also a difference between men and women's muscle fibers that play a role in difference in muscle performance. In men and women, our muscles are composed of different types: type 1 for endurance, type 2A for either endurance or explosiveness, and type 2X, which is made for power. While type 1 is good for endurance, it's bad for force production. Type 2, on the other hand, is great for force production, but just not for long bursts of it. Now you might be asking, but there are plenty of girls who look like they spend too much time in the hyperbolic time chamber. And I'll say that there are girls out there with muscular physiques that compete in competitions like bodybuilding, but it's common for these women to take to the needle in order to improve their physique. Building muscle as a natural woman is harder compared to taking steroids. As an unk, muscle growth would be pretty hard because after the age of 30, your testosterone is falling faster than KSI's music career. All the hormones that I talked about earlier will work at a decreased rate, meaning less muscle gains. So if you want to build the most amount of muscle, just avoid being extremely young, old, or being a woman. This way you can build the most amount of muscle for peak performance. This month is the month of November, boys. And I know motivational speakers like David Goggins will tell you to stay hard but stay soft.
They don't know me, son!
And if you're looking to learn some calisthenics skills, you can click on the link below. And whatever you do, don't hurt your gains.